Hey, it's Frank here with 4D Honeybee. On April 21st, I have 3 alive hives. It's just 10 degrees out, which is about, well, low 50s, 52, 53 Fahrenheit. And it's our first day that feels like spring. We have had a very prolonged transition from winter to spring here in the Toronto area. We had an absolute blizzard-style ice storm a week ago for 3 days straight, maybe 4 days straight. We haven't seen the sun for about 6-7 days. And now the sun has come out, and what I want to do today is just set up a swarm box near my hives here, because although I don't believe they're ready to swarm, I want to have the box out nice and early. I'm going to do at least 2 or 3 swarm boxes, and one is going to be right here, because as you can see, I got 3 healthy hives starting off in the spring, 2 of which went into the winter very strong. One was quite weak, but it's the one in the middle, and it's just doing gangbusters right now. It looks like lots of bees out foraging and having their cleansing flights. So I'm going to put this box, the first box is going to go right here, not 10 yards away in this tree, about 6 feet off the ground, and I'll show you what I'm doing for my swarm box right now. Okay, so this is my swarm box. It's just a 4-frame nuke box that I'm going to hang up in that tree there. And what I've done is I've put, I guess it's a 5-frame box. I put a couple of frames of drawn out comb on them. They're not completely drawn out, but it gives them a start, kind of tells them that there was bee activity in here before. And I'm going to take some lemongrass oil and just dab up a Q-tip with it and just run a little bit of it along the tops of the frames, and then put a little bit of it here at the entrance too. And I'll drop the Q-tip in back here at the back of the box, so that, they say that simulates queen bee pheromone, and set it up in that tree there, which is just over here. And that'll be the first swarm box. Then I'm going to take just a couple of regular hive boxes, and where is it? There it is, somewhere there. I'm going to take a couple of regular hive boxes and make them into swarm boxes as well. Maybe put them along the side of a field edge around here, so hopefully I can catch some wild honeybees as well. So that's the plan, and just stick with me and we'll just set it up here. Okay, so I couldn't find my Q-tips, of course, so I just grabbed this little piece of paper towel here. And all you got to do, you don't need that much on it, so just a few drops of this stuff, just to get it a little saturated. You can see it's lemongrass oil there, right? And then they're going to just rub a little bit on the top of the frames, a little bit in the box here. I'm going to just put a little, freshen it up a bit, put a few little drops at the entrance there. And then I'm just going to drop this thing in the back of the box. And that's it. I'm going to set this up. What I do is I screw in the lid, and then I screw the box to that frame from underneath. And then I've got me a swarm box. Okay, so here you see it sitting. It just got a couple screws to put in underneath. That one actually didn't catch much. You can see it's still wobbly even after I put the screws in, because it's only balancing on 1.5 inches worth of 2x4. But then what really tightens it up is the strap, the ratchet strap that I put around it. I might just put one more screw in it somewhere, because it doesn't seem like it's all that firm. Maybe I'll put one more underneath on this side. Okay, that's a better hold than the first one. So once I put the ratchet strap around it, you'll see it'll firm up pretty good. It's still it's a small tree. I mean, not much more than a sapling, only about 2 inches in diameter, but once I get the strap around it, it'll be firm. And bees have been in it. Bees have visited, scouted scouter bees have been in it, but no one's relocated to it yet, but hopefully they will this time around. So it's just the final few ratchets here to snug it down. It ends up being a pretty firm hold. And I think that'd be make a lovely bee home, don't you? So that's it. You can see it's about 6 feet off the ground. It could be higher, it could be lower, but you know, it's access, easy access, and an easy swarm home for those bees right there, if they so decide to swarm. So that's the first box. I'll make at least one more, just out of a regular single deep hive body box, and I'll set that up. I'm gonna set that somewhere up in this area. I'm trying to find like a very defined tree at the edge of this field here. Like this is kind of a valley that leads to that river you see down there. But maybe one of these big trees over here that would facilitate a bee at the edge of a beehive at the edge of a field like that. So anyway, that's the plan. Thanks for joining me. This is just part one of probably what will be a two-part series on swarm boxes from 4D Honeybee. Thanks for joining me.